Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast with Carlos, Laura, and I'm Lafayette. We're going to jump into what we watched this week, a true crime documentary on Netflix called Lover, Killer, Stalker. Or is it Lover, Stalker, Killer? You guys
Lover
remember what it was?
Stalker
Yeah,
Killer.
something like that.
Or is it Lover, Killer? Yeah,
I think it's
anyway.
Lover Stalker
It's
Killer.
about it is, okay, Lover, Stalker, Killer. It's a true story about a man who
Yes,
meets
bitch.
somebody online. Um, and she becomes a stalker, and she also becomes a killer. God damn it, it's in the title. Okay, they gave it away. So Carlos, what do you take away from Lover, Stalker, Killer on Netflix? The true crime story.
I figured it out in the first 10 minutes. And the only reason I even continued watching it, I was going to fast forward it, but I was like, now let's see where this goes. I want to see exactly how they figure it out. I mean, because I've done this several times with true crime. I should be a fucking detective. I knew this shit right away. Yeah, but just the idea of this woman was crazy enough to do all the things that she was doing, but nobody caught on. Nobody, I'm surprised. So the thing is with Dave, he may not have known Carrie that long. He said they were only dating for 2 weeks, but he should have known her well enough to know that she wouldn't flip the script like that right away. I mean, if you should be able to read people, you spend so much time with them, even if it's just 2 weeks, you should be able to read them enough to know she's not nuts. Who's sending me these messages? And then the cop, the first cop who works stalking cases, you need a new job. I heard they need a crossing guard down by the school. Go do that, man, because you suck. Yeah, man, it was horrible. They didn't figure it out until they went to the missing persons case. That's how they figured
Yep.
this thing out. Was that those two detectives figured it out? Because a guy who was assigned to a certain department in was it Missouri?
It's
No, it
like
wasn't Missouri.
Iowa, Nebraska. It's
Yeah, it
like
was Missouri.
Yeah,
between state
Nebraska. You're
Was
right.
it
lines,
Missouri?
so that
Cornhuskers. Yeah, he was a
complicated
Cornhusker.
things.
Yeah,
Okay.
Iowa. She lived in Iowa, but she worked in Nebraska or something. He was assigned to his own this thing, and I'm like, come on, dude, really couldn't figure this out. But anyway, yeah, it's a good watch. But you just kind of go nuts after the first 10 minutes because you're kind of screaming at the TV. It's Liz, you idiots! It's Liz, but nobody's listening because it's pre-recorded and it's just streaming service. But yeah, and the
See,
reason
I
I
didn't
figured
I
it
didn't
out, I
get
don't know
that.
if you guys figured it out right away. I don't know if you did. Laura was shaking her head, yes, but part of the reason I figured it out because I was dating somebody. This is where back in the what was that? MySpace days. Hey, kiddies, there used to
Oh
be something
yes,
before
MySpace.
Facebook called MySpace. Before MySpace, there was AOL. But anyway, in MySpace days, somebody, after I started talking to this one girl, some girl sent me a friend request. I'm like, oh, she's good looking. And then I won't forget her name. It was Brianna. And then I didn't really chat much. I just friended her and was like, hey, hi. And that was it. There was nothing, whatever. But then this one girl that I was kind of hanging out with, she was like, so how's Brianna? I'm like, what the fuck? How do you, what do you do? What do you do? What do you mean? So that's the only
That's
time it ever
fucking
came
weird.
up. Yeah, that's the only time it came up. But then I knew it was her. She sent me that just kind of like a jealous thing to see if I was gonna try to chase this fake person. But anyway, I didn't get killed. I'm still here.
Oh, so she said, oh,
Ah, so you
tricky,
you could have had a documentary.
tricky.
Could have. Could have.
Yeah, well, I guess you wouldn't know if you got
Well, I
paid
guess she
for it,
was the
but
one that would have been doing everything, right? She was the one who would have killed
Yep.
everybody,
Yep.
shot
yeah,
herself,
yeah,
burned her own house, and killed her pets. Fucking psycho.
crazy. Everything that lady did though was nuts. I didn't catch on. I caught because when she came over the first time and she ran into Carrie. Remember, she said, "Oh, I forgot something" or whatever,
That
and
was how I
he
knew
noticed
right
then that
away. I'm like, what a coincidence. As soon as we close the door, and it seems to get a little, things might get a little tense. My buzzer rings, and it's the psycho that I haven't seen in like 3, 4 weeks. No, no, no,
yeah,
no, no,
yeah,
no.
yeah. Well, what really threw me off though was she's so psycho. She creates like other profiles and then tries to like talk to him through there. And he's like, "Oh, I got another match. All right, let me go buy some face towels." Then comes to find out it's her, and he's like, "Fuck again! Like this bitch won't leave me alone." Like, I mean, she went to the extreme. Well, murder is the extreme, but when you burn your own house down, I mean, that's like, what the fuck? Like
She
that.
would
I
not have
mean,
gotten
how
caught.
big is Dave's dick? I
Well, this guy got Pete Davidson energy going on, man.
mean, what is going on with this Dave fella? I mean, he did have some good luck online dating. It's just maybe too good of luck. So, Laura?
I'm with Carlos. When she knocked on the door or buzzed when he had her and the thing, I was like, sus. And then as soon as they did the interview with the mom and they were like, she wouldn't call me, it was only text. I was like, oh, that's not her. That's this other crazy bitch. Because there's only so many, like, that's the thing. You can say, Carlos, like, oh, I'm going to be a detective. You're given a very narrow set of suspects in a documentary. In real life, you have umpteen amount of people who are involved in the situation. The story is presented you with a limited amount of suspects. So given in the documentary, I'm like, well, I don't think this is Carly. Who else could it be? They're interviewing the ex-wife who has his kids, so I know that she's not in jail. So the only other person in the mix is Liz, and I was like, it is 100% Liz. I did second guess myself after the fire in the sense that I was like, oh, convenient. This is like, oh, my house burned down because of your crazy ex. I have to move in with you. But then they like broke it off or whatever. And that was the thing about this documentary. This is an incredibly interesting story, but I think Netflix botched it. I had so many questions after watching this. And I watched a 2020 and a Dateline about it, which are much better, like after I've finished this, because I just had so many questions. So I think Netflix just shitted this one out. It should have been done in like a serialized, like the 3 episodes, kind of like they did with American Nightmare, which I really enjoyed and really I went on the journey on that one. This one was just too short. They really should have stretched it out a little bit because there was more information that they had left out. But the thing that I took away, number one, was Carlos, like you said, uh, that fucking cop that was assigned to the Stalker case. You, you are on your fucking own. I mean, it's just terrifying to me that the the cops didn't do shit to protect anybody. I was like, okay, the guy is getting threatened by a girl. So if we take like the gender stereotypes and we say, oh, we're writing this one off as not that serious, so we're not looking at it most seriously. The woman goes on to fucking threaten his wife and children, and they're still like, oh, I guess that's Carly Perry or whatever. And I'm like, fuck that. You are on your own. Like, get that conceal and carry and get fucking ring cameras all around your fucking house because you have to protect yourself because these fucking cops are just, I mean, I don't know if they're lazy or they're disillusioned or they're underfunded, maybe a combination of all these things. You're on your own, man, because it took them 2 fucking years to look at her goddamn bank statements to find out the woman is legitimately dead, missing. They didn't find this out. It took them 2 years to look at the IP addresses of the messages that were sent to him. If you would have done your fucking job on the Stalker case, you would have realized what was going on 2 years sooner, and this insanity wouldn't have happened. That's my
No,
main takeaway.
that's true. And no, it's when that detective said, uh, she's sending all these messages. She's everywhere, but no one has seen her. Dude, follow the money.
Yeah.
They should have checked her bank account right away. I'm like, where is she going? She's got to be eating. She's got to be staying somewhere. She doesn't work anymore because she quit, according to that's what the people think. So yeah, follow the money. Follow, man. I need. Where do I sign up? Is there like an
I like though
honorary
how
Sherlock Holmes application or a Batman application?
well, my favorite part is Laura said they don't show you all the suspects, and Carla's like, I could be detective. I figured out in 10 fucking minutes. Like, I don't need that many suspects. Give me one.
But how many
I'll
cases have
nail him
you
to the
heard?
wall.
Okay, but how many cases have you heard where there's only one suspect and the cops only go after that one, and that one is not the guy? It's
Yep.
tunnel
easy.
vision.
OJ Simpson.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Laura.
Right. Mm.
No,
What?
exactly the first part, not your part. That was a delay in the internet, not
No, it
me
wasn't.
agreeing
No,
with
it
you.
wasn't.
No,
No, it
it was
wasn't.
me agreeing with Carlos, not with
So
you,
what
you
you're
crazy
saying is
fucker.
OJ is
Gotcha.
innocent.
I would never say that in a million
Mm.
years.
We all
Mm.
heard that, right? Oh, she did say it. She did say it. Oh, but
Yeah.
like I said, it was just crazy. I mean, the lengths this lady went to was absolutely
But
nuts.
why? That's the crazy thing. Why?
That's the
She even
crazy part.
stopped
Why
dating him
too?
the first time they stopped dating. But then after the house
Yeah.
fire, she disappeared and she stopped. She didn't want to tell him where she moved to because Carrie might find her. But you are Carrie, you schizo nut job.
Yeah,
So,
Oh, just absolutely crazy.
that's why I said that documentary left me with so many questions versus answers, and watching the other things and reading some stuff online, it becomes a lot clearer what happened like before that house fire where she set her own house on fire. He broke up with her, and then she sets the house on fire and they get back together, and I don't know why they broke up again, but then again she picks it up. The whole story is just fucking nonsense. And
Oh, it's
here's the
all
clue.
yeah. I just
Here's the clue number one that it was fucking Liz. You have this ugly, like, loser woman with a boa constrictor as a pet, making like middle fingers in videos. And then you have this pretty woman with a nice house who has a stable job. And I'm like, you're telling me that this woman is the fucking stalker that went off the rails?
right,
No,
that's
yeah,
what
I
I'm saying.
immediately
He
was
should have
not
figured it
buying it.
out.
Yeah.
She's not sending these messages. You guys, the cops need to figure it out. That's not her. Somebody has
you
her
guys
phone. That's not
you
her.
guys are good. I thought it was carried until the last 5 minutes. No,
You're
I
a
was-
dumbass. You could never be a detective.
I just
You're
think you
so
haven't watched enough
stupid.
true I think you just
I
haven't
just
watched
walk
enough
into a
true
crime scene,
crime.
point at a random person. That person did it. What? I just got here. I don't care.
That's
You're
how most
guilty.
cops operate. So
That's
you're
right.
good. You're in good
And then
company.
Well, that's true
then I
because
just called
most of them
Netflix
come
right
back
away.
to the scene of the crime, right? So Lafayette, oh, that's my motherfucker right there.
Yep.
That's it.
Look at him with his phone out, taking a selfie.
Yeah. That's it. Is that gonna be on Netflix? Let me get in on that. Like, uh, but check it out. It's on Netflix. It's called Lover, Killer, Stalker. And yeah, it was good. It was good. I mean, like I said, it was just even if you figure it out, it's still and the whole thing is wild. I mean,
It
that's a
is.
crazy bitch.
Like
Like
when
I
his
said,
gun was
that
stolen, he called the cops, right? Why
Hmm.
didn't they come
he
check
did.
that shit out right away? I'm like, what do you mean your gun is stolen?
Yeah.
Oh
Would she
The
shit.
need
cops,
fingerprints or some shit? No. They're
Yeah.
no,
fucking,
the
again, either
cops like did
underfunded or
nothing.
lazy.
And not only that, when Liz got
I,
shot,
yeah.
why not
Oh
take the
yeah.
bullet to forensics? Hey, isn't this the same gun that once some just got stolen?
Oh, they knew it was her immediately after that. They're like, I
Oh,
know it's
that's right,
Wait,
because
who
it was a
shot
good
Liz? Carrie?
she shot herself.
she shot
No, I know.
herself.
Ah, I got you.
Oh.
Carrie. No, Amy. No, she's trying to blame Amy for that one. Yeah, the
That's right.
ex-wife.
Trying to blame
She's
the
trying to blame
wife,
the
the
ex-wife.
ex-wife. I would have blamed OJ,
Yeah.
but that's it happens. Oh, there you go. Check it out. I
Yeah,
mean, like I
OJ
said,
doesn't like
it's
white women. He kills them.
he does kill white women.
Where are all
Mm,
the white women at?
mm.
They're
That's a line
everywhere.
from Blazing Saddles.
No, okay. Check that out too. That's actually on. I think it's on Netflix now
Netflix.
or
It's on
HBO.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix now. It's
It
back
was
on
an
Netflix.
HBO.
Yeah.
Now it's on Netflix.
Before we go, watch Masters of the Air on Apple TV if you have it. It is really good, like ridiculously good.